guys, welcome to this video. I'm Sabrina if you're new to my channel. I do all things beauty here on my channel. Lots of makeup tutorials for you to get inspired and sharing with you guys like my favorite products. I am sharing with you guys my yearly holiday makeup look. Every year I try to take a very different approach on my holiday makeup look and I'm loving this look. Yeah, and I just like the take on the eyes. Really pulled inspiration from like lights and sparkles from the holidays. Keep on watching if you want to see how I got this look. I want to put a really nice light moisturizer on my lips just to give a little bit of moisture since I will be wearing a very bold lip today. I got this lip balm here. This is the Catrice Tinted Lip Balm. I lost my favorite lip balm, which was the Dior Lip Glow in 001, which is that classic pink that kind of like changes color depending on like I think the pH level of your lips. So sad I think it fell out of my purse, as many lip products do, unfortunately. I didn't really want to bring myself around to spending that much money again on buying like something that I already had. I went to Shoppers and the lady there recommended this one, and literally it does the very same thing. It tints my lip and gives me that perfect color. I find with this product by the time I get to my lips it's like pretty much dissolved, but I'll still have a little bit of color, which will kind of map out my lips for a bold lip, which is actually really helpful, giving a little bit of like a stain too underneath a bolder lip, so when it fades it looks a little bit better. I'm going in with the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. I've only used this a few times now, but so far I've been really liking it. It just has a little dropper. Feels like a very lightweight gel texture on the skin, so I'm just gonna spread that all over. On the neck a little bit, and that will just instantly give me that radiance. It says it also like blurs. I don't really find it does that as much. Maybe it's because the hydration in it kind of just plump up the skin. I'm gonna go in with the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC20. Just dip in with like a small brush. So just putting those in the areas I just want to conceal, give a little bit more coverage. Then I'm just gonna go in and take my ring finger and just pat that in. And I'll probably go in with the second layer because I put that on quite thinly in certain areas. Okay, I'm gonna go with a little bit larger of a brush now and just get a little bit more surface area down. And just buff that in. Whatever is left on my brush, just blurring any redness around my nose, on my cheeks. Mostly focusing this all in like the center of the face. I'm just gonna go in with the Glossier Stretch Concealer under my eyes with a sponge, and then also just in some areas of my face where I just want to bring a little bit more dewiness. This is a good fix if you're finding your concealer is sticking to dryness. This is just such a dewy product, it just melts into the skin instantly. Then I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. It's a very like fine powder and I find it very brightening under the eyes. So I'm just going in with a very small brush under my eyes, patting out any creases so I don't set the crease, and then popping that under your eyes. This is going to get rid of a little bit of the shine under the eyes, but I don't want too much shine under the eyes or else it's going to emphasize any texture and just not smooth and flat out the area because we just want that perfected look. I'm keeping all like the dew from the concealer on my cheekbone. And then with a larger brush, I'm just gonna swish into the powder and then just lightly dust in a larger area just to ensure nothing wheels around over the day. Honestly, every winter I go back to just using the Hoola. I find this is just such a good bronzer for my skin throughout the whole entire year. Dust this bronzer on. Just give some dimension and warmth to the skin. So I'm just making sure I'm just kind of warming up my neck as well, making everything look very cohesive because my chest is definitely a little bit darker than my face. Been super into a slick pony lately. Probably have to fix it after because my brush is gonna kind of make it frizzy again. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit on my collarbones just because I think when you're wearing more of a lower neck shirt, it's really important to make everything just blend together. And my little trick going in the tip of my highlighting brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and just warm up my nose as well. And then I'm just gonna go with a really large fluffy brush just into a little bit of my bronzer and just whip it through the crease of my eye, keeping it a little bit more higher up on my brow bone. Depending on your eye shape, you can go further into your crease. And I want to keep it away from the lid. I'm doing it more just to kind of blow out the bronzer and just warm up the eye. It's the pencil brush under the lash line, just warming up the bottom lash line. That's actually, I think, all I'm going to do on my bottom lash line, maybe a little bit in the inner corner just to brighten. Take a little bit of blush, Glow Play blush in So Natural. It's one of my favorite blushes. It's like a perfect, natural, neutral peachy tone. This blush layers perfectly fine on top of powder products. Stipple it onto my cheek, and then I just kind of bring up whatever's left on my brush up. And then I always like to put a little bit on my forehead and my eyeballs. Okay, for highlight now. I'm obsessed with this highlight. I did a first impressions review on all the Vesca products, and this is probably my favorite product of them all. This is the Vesca Stargaze Luminous Glow Highlighting Powder in Wish. So I'm gonna put that on my cheekbone. Just melts into the skin and just blends. I just love it. And just put a little bit on the front of my cheeks as well. Can you see that? Is that showing in camera how stunning that is? And just blends into the skin. Down my nose. I always just keep it like on the top though. Do a little bit on the tip of my nose. Cupid's bow. Why not? We put on the chin as well. A little bit up here. So I'm going to take a little brush as well. I'll go into the highlight and put that in my inner corner. I'll just go ahead and take my sponge that's damp and just press that everywhere just to make sure everything's melting into the skin. So we're going to move on to the eyes now. I'm going to do my brows off camera because I'm going to show you guys, like literally I change up my brows all the time. I have like different brow looks depending on my eye makeup and my mood. It's just one of my favorite things to do. So I'm gonna be doing a video for you guys, and I'm gonna show you, I could probably come up with 5 different ways I fill in my brows, so stay tuned for that. So I'm gonna go in with the Ben Nye Shimmer Crayon in Copper. So we're gonna start along the lash line, and I have no powder on my eyes, so this product should glide nicely because this one does not work nicely if you powder, as I learned from last time I filmed this. So I'm just putting that all over my lid and then just using my finger to blend it out as I go. I'm gonna take it a little bit higher than my lid and then just diffuse that. It's just a very pretty, like, soft, coppery shimmer. Has a nice warmth to it. It's not like that real, like, yellowy gold. And I put it a little bit above my crease just so when I open my eyes, I can still see a little bit of the wash of color. Alrighty, so now the star of this look is gonna be the wing liner, but I'm gonna be doing it in a lighter shade. This is kind of like a pearlescent vanilla-y shade, and then I'm gonna do sparkles on top. I'm gonna be using the Makeup Forever Starlit Powder in Iridescent Pearl. It's just this beautiful vanilla-y pearl color. So I'm gonna be using this water-resistant glitter base by Lit. I've never used it before actually. You could probably just mix this product with Fix Plus too, but I want to try this because I really want the sparkles to be there. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. If you don't have this glue, definitely just use Fix Plus. I think that will work great too. I'm just dragging that along. Oh, that just picks up the light. Taking on the angle like this from my bottom lash line, we're just gonna flick it up. I'm gonna take a little bit of Fix Plus instead, and what I'm gonna do is just mix it in the cap. I'll just clean this out later and swish that with the product. That definitely transferred. Okay, we'll have to clean that up. Okay, with a product like this, I think what I would definitely recommend is not going with so much. That's why it transferred. It didn't have time to like set down and dry. And I just take it off on the back of my hand a little bit and just get a little of the product off. So start by dragging it along to the inner portion of my eye like that. This area here often doesn't meet, so I'm going to take it now pointing down towards my bottom lash line and connect. And then I'm just gonna pull it up and kind of make it match the other side. And the key is just not to think about it too much and just go for it. I want this top edge to be really crisp. I don't want this wing to be faded. I'm just gonna touch it up. I have a very tight Q-tip, and this pigment just really erases pretty easily. You don't really need any product. I find the Glossier concealer is the best concealer for like cutting out shadow and liner. I'm just gonna go ahead, place that underneath, and then just pat it. You don't need much of a blend, it's so easy to do. Just making sure I have a really sharp wing. It's pretty good on its own, but I'm just perfectionist. Just kind of buffing it away with a Q-tip. Okay, I think that's fairly even. This one's like not the straightest on the top there, but I think it's pretty close. I just love that just as it is, but I want to add even more sparkle today. Now I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Heavy Metal glitter in Midnight Cowboy, which is like a beautiful like silvery gold. I think it'll go really pretty with this look. Just taking this one, already has the nice brush tip. Starting on the bottom of it. I just want to kick up that sparkle a notch. This is more of a clear glitter too. There's not any like color pigmentation to it. So it's not going to take away from that really pretty color we have going on. I'm just putting on the bottom. I don't want to put on the top because I don't want to take away too much from the shimmer. I'm going to be doing a bold lip today. I'm super excited for that because I don't get to wear that too much anymore. Especially like at work, I'm wearing a mask all the time. Literally, I'm just craving a bold lip. You could totally do this look and wear a mask, and I think that would be so pretty. But if you're in your house for the holidays, then why not rock a bold lip for yourself? So I'm gonna use 3 products to create my bold lip. This is kind of always how I do my bolder lips, but I always start off with the MAC Prep and Prime Lip. This is essential. It helps it wear longer, smooths out the lips, and blurs any fine lines. But then you really get the moisture underneath your lip, especially because I'm gonna be using a retro matte. I'm gonna go in with Relentlessly Red, which is one of my favorite bold lipsticks. Really nice, bold and bright, pinky toned red. And I think it's fun to switch it up than just wearing like a red lip for the holidays. Why not go with a little bit more of a pinky hue just to make it a little bit more modern. Now that the primer has sat on my lips a little bit, I'm gonna go in with my lip liner, which I have to do when I'm doing a bold lip. Just kind of maps it out. I'm using the MAC Cherry Lip Pencil. So I start doing my bottom lip first, just getting that nice shape. I am not really overlining today, I'm just following my natural lip line. I just put my lips together and it usually just transfers to the top. Now I like to kind of take the side of my lip liner and just, I think it's a really good angle and you can cover a little bit more lips with it. Upwards direction is going to give you more of a rounded lip. If you go downwards, it's going to look more straight. So make sure you're doing the same direction for both sides of your lips. That's going to help your lips look more symmetrical. And these tight Q-tips are also so great to just clean it up. Alright, so I'm going to curl my lashes now. I'm using the Surratt lash curler actually. And just rocking it up, but I'm not pressing it up against my wing. Boy, does this lash curler get a good curl. Now the last touches of the look is a little bit of black mascara. Just going to give it extra pop and just waken up the eyes. And give a little bit more like depth in the look. So of course I'm going in with my Essence I Love Extreme mascara in waterproof. I'm really wiggling the product to the roots of my lashes so I can kind of almost double it as tight lining. I'm going to take the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. I love like the super thin one on this one. Alright, so this is the finished 2020 holiday makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this and got inspired by it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what you're going to be wearing for your holiday makeup, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!